Could your fibromyalgia be something else? Let me tell you about a patient I recently saw who was misdiagnosed. She saw two different rheumatologists before she saw me, and she was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. She lived with this diagnosis for the last 4 years, and her initial symptoms presented as that she had pain all over. But when you listen to the history, more specifically, she actually had localized pain in things like her wrists, her feet, her ankles, and much smaller joints in general. So when I really listened to her story about her diagnosis, things actually did not really add up. She had a family history of systemic lupus. She had a very mildly positive ANA antibody. She complained about dry eyes and also something called Raynaud's, which is where her hands would change color, especially when exposed to the cold. They would turn white as if they lack blood flow. I think the biggest clue in listening to her story was that when she took steroids for several times, she actually improved dramatically, a lot more than someone who usually has fibromyalgia. And that kind of clued me into that maybe we need to be looking for something more. So when we did her blood test, once again, she presented with a positive ANA, a very low titer of it. But what was really interesting is that she had normal rheumatoid factor and normal CCP antibodies, but she had a positive anti-PAD4 antibody. And so her diagnosis was changed to seronegative rheumatoid arthritis. I actually did an MRI of her hands and feet, and we saw very, very minute amounts of tenosynovitis, which is inflammation in the tendon lining. And once I started her on an immunosuppressive regimen, she actually improved quite quickly, more so than I thought she was going to, especially with how long she's had chronic pain for. And ultimately, we put her on something that's called a TNF inhibitor. She actually dramatically improved, probably felt over 80% better than before. So in conclusion, she got her life back after seeing, several rheumatologists here. So here's what I want you to take away from this. In rheumatology, no test is 100% accurate in predicting disease or diagnosing things. Lab tests and MRIs are only snapshots of what's going on at that time, and sometimes they don't present themselves, or the disease may evolve over time to present with more symptoms. If you come see